think they're gonna go in with who?
Untitled. Once again, come on, the draft was really good this time around, and they played it right on the bat. I felt like they kind of lagged a little bit of a CC with they did not have something like of a hard CC which could have stopped, but they made sure that they played it very very safely. Really liked how Daki engaged in every single team fight so far. So with that, same bans are already up. The bans are going in quite fast enough this time around.
They like fast pace, but overall, I feel like this is basically the same, except they don't want to give out the Harith. Untitled knows their strength, and of course, they want Shane to be in the comfortable spot. I'm honestly looking forward to a Bruno pick. I feel like it is warranted this game around. What do you think, Zivo? Who's gonna pick it up, Shane or Crisis?
Oh, Bruno, right? Actually, marksman is not quite prioritized by either of the teams like a first pick, because if you go for first pick marksman, unless it is very, very necessary and very like overpowered, they just go for marksman in the later phases, because the possibility of getting countered is just too high. But that also puts both the teams in a position where they have to see where they could possibly fit in the marksmen and close enough to not give them uncomfortable spot. So can't really say about it, but the Baxia ban though, it does get quite it's quite, I would say, quite what do you call it? I actually forgot the word. Justified. Yes, justified. I am so sorry. My brain is not braining right now. But yes. First pick once again though, Kaiku on Roger. So it's quite a win-win for the side of Untitled.
Yeah, and I was just mentioning this, Roger's gonna be open on the table, and Anarchy did not do anything about it, so that means it's gonna go into the hands of Untitled again. So let's see what's the response back. Peachy, what do you counter a Roger with?
Oh, Roger. This is like a very far thought. On theory, I feel like the Mincetar would be a very good pick.
You counter a Roger with a house made out of bricks, if you get the reference.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how you do. But overall, I was just thinking about the Kimi. I forgot to mention it on the previous one, actually. The Kimi, yes, kind of got hit slightly bit, but wow, slightly bit. Yeah. Wow, they're going for the fairy tale, Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf. Why don't we have a pig hero? We could have had the combination, but overall, yeah, nice to see that they're going for lower accuracy, going for a nice pairing. But Shane doesn't commit to the Bruno either, goes in with the mobility marksman. So what do you think are going to be the next one? Yeah, Bruno would have been really good. If this is a mid lane Kimi, I feel like, yeah, there's still an option. Oh my god!
Minotaur! Okay.
I mean, picked off was like, first game. I was an animal, so let me just handle that same game as well.
Let's just continue the trend, right? Let's just get into either animal theme or let's get into fairy tale theme. That's what both the teams are going. But a Minotaur, his heals are gonna be quite annoying for the side of Team Untitled. But then again, they have a Ruby. So I kind of feel like one is whole team oriented, one is a single. But Ruby is gonna be quite annoying to deal with as well.
Absolutely. Overall, this is such a cow pick, literally, in the sense, because it's a cow. Yeah, I know it's a bull. Minotaur is a bull, I know, but you can still call it a cow. Just like, wolf. Yeah, it's a wolf, but you can still call it a dog, right? I want to pet that dog, but bans are coming in. We're seeing the Faram is also coming into inclusion. I feel like we're back into the chaotic meta. I feel like last season was very peaceful because either it's the alpha jungle or you're gonna get the Hayabusa jungle, okay? Either an fighter or an assassin, or at most Lucas, right? But right now we're back again into the chaotic meta where people can pick anything, and I love and hate this kind of meta.
I want to see the Lucas though. Where is the Lucas?
It got nerfed to oblivion. The Naruto season is over, so he's not gonna be appearing anymore. Wait for 1,000 more episodes for. But yeah, sorry, I just coughed. But the last band comes in soon, and we'll probably see next few picks. I'm really curious to see what Daki is gonna go for. Is she gonna commit to the Kadita again?
Karila wouldn't be a good thing right here, given the fact that it's mostly going to be Akemi onto the mid. I am, putting my bets on that, and the immobilization effect could be a threat for her, even though there is the changes onto her, but just sudden when you're trying to, and just before you cast your skill, if you're hit by that, it's going to be a chain CC onto you.
Absolutely. And okay, Fredrin Band, that is actually very justifiable. I think it's just that I'm way too used to the previous season casting over it. It's gonna take me a few matches and stuff to get used to it as well.
Yeah.
And Johan pulls up with the Suyo. I'll
Okay.
take nerfed, but he does have the kid. Zio, what do you think? Don't say that he's handsome. We know. Talk about his kid.
No, I was gonna say we were talking about the Naruto who got reincarnated into oblivion. Now we see a Sasuke. We were talking about it, but I Suyu in this case, I mean, he does have a lot of mobility and quite the damage, and he's quite the front liner guy. Can dive into the back line as well, but can he really out damage the heals of Ruby? Because I feel like she could be interrupting Suyu quite a lot, but oh my goodness, PG, they just defied us. Daki still goes for the Kadita pick and Joker going for the Tyrant, same again. It will be a hindrance for Suyo though, because technically he's still an assassin, and it kind of he kind of plays around his kid about moving around, and the bouncing ball is gonna be quite annoying for him to deal with.
It is. It is, but one thing is that this time around they picked up, talking about Team Anarchy, they picked up a Minotaur. They have that hard CC. But problem is, like, I want to see the cooldown though. How fast, how far along that he can actually make it. But okay, I'm loving it. I'm loving that pick. Cute little 1-1 coming into the land of dawn.
Cute little 1-1, and unfortunate her damage might also be a little bit too cute, because there's a Kufra which disables her mobility tremendously, especially considering her second skill has a massive jeopardizing CD that's going to affect her playstyle. So as long as Kufra just keeps on prioritizing her, also considering the fact there's a Ruby as well, that's an abundance of crowd control, and Karita can just immune her ultimate as well. So there's 3 targets that the 1-1 really needs to watch out for, but hey, it's Crisis, so if anybody might be able to make it work, maybe it's Crisis. He could use the crossbow of Tang on especially the Irithel, which is also hard because she keeps on moving around, so I feel like the best bet will be the Roger, who also out damages her, unless they have the upper hand, they have the lead. But overall, this match is still again Untitled looking a little bit better with the draft, but I wouldn't downplay Anarchy either. So Peachy and Zero, of course, Peachy especially, take it over from here because you're going to be the voices of the arena as we jump into the game number 2.
Let's go into the land of dawn. Game number 2. This is going to be another exciting match while Team Untitled are on a match point. Zero, let's make a quick prediction. Is it going to be 2-0 or 2-1?
2-1, I'm hoping. But
let's go.
What about you though? 2-0 or 2-1?
2-1. Come on, I want to see a third game. Who doesn't want the third game?
Yep. Certainly, we want a third game. But as Ray talked about the 1-1, right? It's kind of really confident of Crisis that he's going a 1-1 in this type of draft as the last pick, despite there being a Kufra. I'm not sure how this is going to work out because he needs a massive goal lead if he wants to start dealing damage. And we are seeing Anarchy, they are quite aggressive, especially with that bid on Kimi. But oh my goodness, there goes Shane, already first blood. So Anarchy, they are focusing on the goal lane, hoping to give Crisis the lead that they possibly need to win this match point for them.
Okay, interestingly enough, it was just like few seconds into the game and first blood already down. Now Shane though, for Shane he needs the snowball, he needs the farm on his hands, then only he can make some out of a play. But this time around, Untitled did not go in for that aggressive kind of a gameplay, contrary to Anarchy, who did make sure to go with aggressiveness. I like that how they put the Kimmy onto the mid, which is a very good choice. I was hoping, like, I did place my bets on that, and I just won. I think I should just gamble tonight on gacha games. Okay, on gacha games. Anyways, a total is up. You're talking about first total. Well, both the teams are really looking forward to it. Johan, onto the other hand, onto the bottom wing, I feel like he won't be there.
Yeah, he was not on time, but oh my goodness, Deadly has to fall down in the hands. But look at that though, that was quite a good trade coming in from the side of Anarchy. They lost the turtle, but then they took the the kill in their hands, and they are invading the jungle right now, so a lot aggressive than we saw compared to the first game. And I feel like if they do continue this, they should be able to take the upper hand, but one wrong move here and the whole team, it might just crumble down.
I do agree with you, Anaki, though, with the early game snowball into their hands. I'm really liking how they are trying to make sure to get as much as there. But Untitled, knowing they have picked up something on a non-aggressive side, they have to wait it on for the mid to the late. Mid to the late is going to be quite hard enough if Johan picks up the snowball into the bottom lane. Look at that. Minotaur with the Minion Fury. Joker looking quite low. Would be the first one into the team fight to go down, but picked off, getting picked off. Kaimiku trying to run away, but the immobilization as well as the damage is far enough to take him down. 2-for-1 trade, a very well trade going down into the hands of Team Anarchy.
Yep. One is not seeing struggling against all these heroes despite being their counters, and it's quite commendable that even Beelzebub is rotating towards the bot lane all the way from his lane right now. They're all moving together, which gives them more upper hand as well. But Ruby is doing the same. Right now, though, aside from the first game, Yuzhong, Joker, he got caught up by 4 people. Poor guy, he's gonna get traumatized because he just was a huge menace in the last match, and this match is a problem for 1-1 as well. So Anarchy, they are giving Crisis the princess treatment right now. But yes, as we speak, the jungle is getting invaded once again. Look at Karita. Her rough waves does not deal enough damage to get them out. Minoan Fury wasted up by picked off as well before the turtle, but it does look like Team Anarchy, they might have the upper hand there while they are all fighting around the turtle, wanting the turtle. They are not committing entirely, but look at that. The I am offended coming in from Ruby was quite good, but the heal was too much from Minotaur. They have to go back and supposedly lose the turtle this time.
Very good, successful, zoning out coming in from the side of Team Anarchy. Look at them. They made sure to Joker to lower him down. They knew what the problem is and they just solved it on their own. Into the game number 2. I really liked how Joker was targeted by the Lapu Lapu. Now, Beelzebub making sure that, hey, wait a minute, the Minotaur will be the first one. He bombs the flicker though, leaving away in a sliver of HP, but Darky onto the, lanes. There we go. That little heal from Minotaur really helped 1-1 to survive. Both of them sliver of XP. Crisis also trying to go back, but this time around a bit is there, making sure he won't be losing any gold. Now Shane is getting cornered out. Shane cannot make a move towards the mid lane as well, or he will be caught out. He knows if he comes towards the turtle, he's going to be get caught out quite easily. Deadly though, even though he's on to the Ruby is not quite as aggressive enough as the Lapu
Hmm.
Lapu. Yep, both have the CC, but one has on the higher ground of the HP. So you would prefer the Lapu Lapu more. But wait a minute. Shane though, he does gets caught out, just makes a play though. But wait a minute, Daki looking quite low.
Oh,
Face committed. She's low, out of the position. Kaimiku would be the first one to fall down. Daki makes a re-engage, and that would be a fatal blow on her head. Joker, onto the other hand, no way he's surviving that. Anarchy just made a 3 for 0 trade.
yeah, 3-4-0 trade indeed, but it looks like Crisis might be in danger. Pops out the crossbow. Goes for the counter strike. Ruby gets taken down there. That was a 2v1 and a very well played outplay coming in from Crisis right there. And this time, pressure onto the side of Team Untitled. Right now, look at the damage coming in from Johan. He missed that arrow though, but yeah, he does get to live another day. It is only 7 minutes into the game, and Team Anarchy, they are almost near the inhibitor for the side of Team Untitled. Kind of like deja vu from the last match, but
Yep.
just a side swap.
Yep, that's true. 9 for 1 score. Untitled, completely losing their aggression. They, even though they did almost 80% of the same kind of a draft from the last game, they are not getting a handover with the Ruby this time. Look at that. Joker makes a play. Look at that. The perfect jump coming. Johan would be targeted by the rough face. Daki gets a kill. Now talking about Beelzebub into the back front lanes. Daki would be the first one. It's deadly. The second. Crisis dealing so much damage.
Oh
Triple
my
kill
goodness.
by the Crisis. What a game coming in. And Kaimiku saves, just got saved by sliver of HP, or that would have been a maniac.
Crisis proving us wrong, and I'm very dumbfounded why Team Untitled, they have not made one single anti-heal despite having a Minotaur and a Lapla. That heal would be just crucial, but oh my goodness, that flicker, I'm offended play, but he got taken out by surprise. He has to sacrifice himself though. That was quite a fatal blow in their hands, but still overall the map control, it might just start to evenly divide from the side of both the teams as of now.
It's not only the map control that Team Anarchy has, it is definitely the dominance. Look at that. Looking at this graph as of now, Team Anarchy, right from the minute number 3, they have that dominance. They did not give out the snowball, which is a very, very good sign. Now they are riding high up on the gold, which is looking quite good. Look at the gold difference though. It's almost closing down to 8,000. That gap goes up to 10 or maybe 15. It is going to be a problem. Deadly though tries to make a kind of a assassin play, trying to skip it out, but the lifesteal still making sure to buy out some time while Team Entitled trying to make the river area into their hands. I don't think that would be possible though. The Team Anarchy are migrating towards them.
Yep, certainly. Quite a lot of pressure for the side of Team Untitled as they are forced back right inside their own base at the time of Lord. This time, Crisis takes out one turret in their hands. Look at that Joker going for the Iron's Revenge Gap as well. Minion Fury popped out with the rough waves coming in from Kadita, but oh my goodness, 2 of them has to be taken down. Deadly triple killing has a Crisis once again. Be going for the Maniac because it's just too far away from his reach, but is Team Anarchy going for engaged rather than going for the Lord? I feel like they're looking to end it very fast. As of now, will they be able to? Because the timer is running out. They can pop out that inhibitor and go for the Lord.
Yep, the Lord is definitely into the cards of Anarchy as of now. Look at them. The inhibitors are getting targeted as of now. They need it. Lord will be marching down from the bottom lane as of now from the side of Team Anarchy. They have the dominance, they have the damage with the Minotaur, just one pick. Last time around, it was the Berkshire who was the problem, in my opinion, and they just corrected the problem. And on top of that, even though Team Untitled came in with same kind of a draft, they still got to know what is the problem. This is definitely the most quickest I have seen coming in from the side of Team Anarchy, which is looking quite good. Game number 3 is highly in the cards as of now.
Yep, certainly. With Anarchy in the base, the only mess up that they can do is one wrong click of that Ruby and his I'm offended hook. Otherwise, I don't think Team Untitled are bound to get a revenge onto the side of Team Anarchy right now. With the Lord coming in, they are going for the lane sync, but not quite there yet. Top lane, but look at that. Shane is the first one to fall down in the pursuit of Lapu. Lapu gets the double kill in his hands. Kufra is not being able to do anything at all. Kanku has to fall down. Daki as well. Almost a full team wipeout, but second game in the hands of Team Anarchy.